Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is where we answer all of your questions about puppyhood. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Sparky from the Puppy Academy. We're excited you're here. And now, let's get to the show. Welcome. Bethany already punched me because I yelled too loudly. Because I scared the puppy.
We have a baby.
Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show, episode 220.
Meet the baby.
He is a baby too. He's a baby.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to be about 10 weeks old or so, I'm sure.
This is Cooper. He's adorable. Oh, look at that yawn.
Good stress yawns. All right, guys. Welcome.
I call them calming signals.
They are calming signals. The result of a sign of stress, though. All right.
Oh, no, it's not. They do it when they play all the time. It's just
They do it when they play,
arousal. It's just arousal.
Oh, we could have a whole long one about that. All right, guys. Anyone that, if we're answering your question, feel free to throw an additional question in the chat. We always like when it goes back and forth, so you guys can submit them through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can throw your questions in if we're already answering yours and do some back and forth. Oh, thank you. Still has the puppy brain or puppy breath. What do you say? Did you say the episode? Episode 220.
220. He went 220.
We got puppy brain.
Yeah. Oh, he's cleaning my ring.
All right, so Bethany told me that then we had a lot of feedback from one of our videos that we put out last week.
Yours. It's all your fault.
Our videos.
Oh, last week. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually got a chance to kind of read some of it. It was my anniversary.
Do we have
so
more feedback to do it? Oh, yeah, I'm sure your wife loved that. As you sit here and watch your own video, your comments on your own video during your anniversary where you took the day off.
She did really love it.
Well done, Sparky.
She did really
well
love
done.
It was
Kimberly,
a day in heaven.
You're a saint. You're going to heaven. You're a saint. It's true.
She's going to heaven just for marrying me.
That was my point. That they all knew.
We are going to tag back to it. I want to answer some of the new ones that came in. We'll answer, of course, any of the ones that get texted in as well. And then if we have any time left, we'll go over a few more of these guys. So, first question. I actually like this one. I have a 5-month-old Cocker Spaniel. It's the show type of Cocker Spaniel, so not like a driven one, more of a show one. He whines and cries a lot when we are out of sight. He sleeps in his crate all night from 9:30 p.m. to roughly 9:30 to 10 p.m. all the way to 6 a.m.
That's really good.
Yeah, that is really good.
It's kind of amazing.
But still wakes up crying, whining. During the day, if we put him in his crate, he won't calm down, but if we let him out, he will just decide to nap in other place, same room as us. How do we train him to be more independent and know how to be on his own without the crying? And is it normal still for his age? P.S. Apologies, had to send separate messages. That was a long one. That was a good one, though.
It's good.
Thanks for all the info. We
Yeah.
need age, breed. You kind of gave us everything.
Honestly, Cocker Spaniel, I don't want to just be like breed specific. Yeah, that's normal. But we do see that with a lot of Cockers.
Yeah. They're very immature in the beginning, and they tend to mature around like 9-10 months old. No, I'll be honest. I feel like it's like a year and a half they mature.
I don't know.
They leave the puppy crazy energy, and they kind of like start working in that calmer energy. I feel like it happens around probably about a year and a half for males. It's going to be about a year and a half for females. I'd say about 12 months.
I was just going to say I think they're more prone to being whiny than other breeds. That's what I've seen. Like not German Shepherd whiny level, but like needy, almost anxiety, like anxiety whining, like let's go do stuff. Yeah. They are, they're kind of like these guys. They are a hunting dog in a tiny package. Get him. Sick him, Cooper.
Right up my nose. Clean my brain out.
Sick him, Cooper.
This is my advice to you. I think of 3 check boxes and scheduling. So when I put a dog on a schedule, that means that they have a certain amount of time in the crate. They come out for a certain amount of time as well. It sounds like you're already doing that for nighttime, but I'm not sure if you're doing it in the daytime. Playpen is probably not going to be enough. I think playpen's probably creating more anxiety because it doesn't have a roof, it doesn't have a lid. So the dog doesn't feel contained enough to be comfortable and confident going for your stuff. Okay.
I'm afraid
I need to focus.
Wait. I know. I'm afraid I'm going to really spoil him, and he's not the breed to spoil.
Bethany, will you please tell them what you did when Josh first brought you this dog? She lost a lot of trainer credit there. What'd you do, Bethany? What'd you do?
I spoke to her like I did Evie when she was 8 months old.
Her human daughter.
My
as a dog trainer.
Baby voice.
we have to try our very best not to, because it creates a very strong emotional response. What was I talking about before this?
It makes it to where, this is why it's bad. It makes it to where me first meeting a puppy and introducing myself in that way, later, when I go to work with this puppy and I try to say, hey, don't care about that other dog, come to me instead. It's like I've lost my clout. It makes it more, not every dog, but it makes it more difficult for some dogs to see you as anything else other than the big softy, the big vulnerable, permissive softy. So then when you need to try to help that dog learn how to live in the world, you don't have any believability.
This is going to get rolled into one of the answers for your question, by the way. That's why I wanted to go over that.
Oh, yeah, because you knew exactly what I was going to say.
I knew you were going to be on the similar line of that. So dogs are in the crate for a certain period of time throughout the daytime. Puppies in general, especially a 5-month-old, you might be at the lower end of the scale, but they need about 16 to 20 hours of sleep a day. There's a 24-hour cycle in a single day. So that means that they're in the crate for a couple hours. They come out for 30 minutes to an hour. You got to kind of gauge how much free time they can handle. When you start getting nipped at, jumped at, bit at, pulled at all the time, your dog is already checked out. That's when they should already be back in the crate. How do we figure that out though? That's the question everyone always asks. We have check boxes. We have 3 windows I like to cover in every free time window. Well, technically 4 for golf and Bethany, but it's like walk time, play time. That's where you get some of that physical energy out. That's the exercise period. Train time. That's where we mentally tire dogs out in order to get existence, which is their ability to hang out in a space around us, if they're even emotionally capable or maturity-wise capable of existing, and they learn to settle in our space. If we always just put dogs back in the crate when they get crazy, we're losing that middle window of walk, play, train. Your dog is calm. You can help them exist on place with you, learn to be a part of the family, like engage with the family in a different way before going back to the crate. That's how we teach dogs to be a bit more calm, a bit more relaxed. But I think you're missing the check boxes. If you're getting a lot of anxiety.
And the checkbox you're missing, he's trying to say, is the like calm time, break time window, the supervised separation away from you, where he's in crate or back tied to something and you're not right on top of him. He doesn't have access to you.
At the end of your walk, play, and train. Yeah. So it's got to follow all of that. Because right now you have a dog that probably can exercise and train, but there's no existence between that and crate. This will help you. This will kind of give you that.
Probably on top of you, right? Like on top of your feet, laying down or going and doing his own thing is fine.
I recommend a place cot.
Yeah.
Get a dog bed that's elevated off the ground, like with like the little legs. Those are really, really helpful.
Yeah. The tweak that I would make to your specific schedule that I think you gave us, like in the morning, when he whines, take him out to potty, turn around, put him right back in crate. I would do that till he calms down, and you might have to wait a while till he's not whining anymore, and then put him on leash in crate. Use the crate door as spatial pressure to slow him down if needed. What I mean by that is when you go to open it, if he sticks his nose through, you just shut it. Don't slam his face in. That's probably not necessary. Just shut it, open it, shut it, open it. And then when he backs off, and you're holding the leash, by the way, when he backs off, then say, let's go. He flies out of crate. We already took him to potty a little while earlier. So just turn around, go back. We call it house, go back into house. If you can, you'll build up to sit down, pause, open door fully, pause, invite out, let's go. And then when he's just like happy to come out, he's not bolting out, then you can go to the next step, which is the bedroom door. If the bedroom door needs to be opened, he needs to pause and wait. You can utilize blocking to slow him down. Anyway, that's just how I would operate on that. And then just really watch your affection level with him. Don't give him a lot of affection and softness like 15 minutes before you put him in crate, 15 minutes after you've brought him out. Like, be more matter of fact. That way you're not linking that emotion to leaving him, or he gets to come out and get all this physical love, softness, attention. So just really make sure when you give affection is very well timed, when he's been worked with, fulfilled, he's calm and settled. And if he starts biting you right again, that's I'm not going to get into another thing. But anyway, that gives you a lot to start with.
I disagree / have a devil's advocate for that.
Whatever.
6 a.m. 6 a.m. your dog wakes up.
I'm too tired.
They whine every day 6 a.m. That sounds like a habit, like a pack. Wake up at 5:30. 30 minutes before they wake you up with the whining. Take them out then put them back in the crate till your 6 a.m.
Forgive him. He doesn't.
It's very annoying. It's very tedious, but you will build up a very quick habit of that whining if it's happening every day at 6 a.m.
He doesn't have children. Forgive him.
I don't have children. I don't have any children.
Well, the reason I didn't
How do you know she doesn't have children?
The reason that, what do you
Did
mean?
she say she has children in here?
No, but I'm saying that, like, she could have. Okay, that was just a joke. You need to stop being so literal. Stop.
No.
The reason I didn't say that is he's 5 months old, and that's holding that. Okay, he's 5 months old. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah,
okay?
but you have an 8-hour hold time. You're getting a really, really solid hold time.
Can we move on?
8 hours
Look, there's a question.
is a lot of time.
Look, Tassia.
Cut it by 30 minutes, try a potty, and you might even cut the whole whining routine just by doing that little earlier time.
Tassia says, just bought.
Tassia.
Oh, man.
It's Tassia.
Tassia. I don't, whatever. I have no culture. I'm from the Midwest. That's the culture I have. So I don't know what this says. 2 puppies
Have fun.
from the same litter. Planning to give them total separation. Any other tips other than don't get 2 puppies from the
It
same
is
litter?
incredibly hard,
It's
even
really
to
hard.
do total
It's really hard.
separation.
You can do it. It's just, you got it right the first way.
What?
I got it right.
Got what right?
I got her name right.
It's Tassia? Wait. I need confirmation. It's Tassia. Am I?
First way is right, and they're not going to.
And they're not from the same
That
litter.
is crazy. I admit. Okay.
So that is a little better, but they're still going to have the same type of issues. Potentially. No, they are. I'm sorry. They are. They're puppies. So even though you're not going to have litter mate syndrome per se, the issues that you probably already know that you're going to have is you've got 2 energies of the same, age, and they're going to go off into the sunset together and leave you behind. And so, yes, a lot of separation, a lot of small windows of play. I would really level up building food drive, because if you don't, the level of firmness and intensity needed through body blocking, structure, perfect Caesar Milan energy all the time, like no drinking on the weekends, no smoking.
You have to be the dominant dog.
Go
pack
take
leader.
up, martial arts. I don't like the word dominant. There's nothing wrong with that word, but social media has screwed it all up. So instead, I'll just say balanced. You need to have a very balanced, authoritative, calm energy. However, if you build a lot of food drive and your marking skills are really good and your handling skills are really good in that respect, you really, start early, which obviously you are. You've done your research, or you wouldn't have asked it in the way that, I've been reading a lot. Awesome. So anyway, my point is just that prioritize hand feeding meals for your basic training. And that sounds crazy to some people, but I don't mean one piece of kibble each time. There are lots of exercises you can do where you just do a handful of kibble. There's even exercises I do where it's a handful of kibble on the ground and then I'm recalling off a kibble and it's like a 5-minute, 10-minute exercise in the morning, So there's different ways you can do that to really help them understand that you are the source of this major resource. I would go really hard into that the first month, like really lean into it hard is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know, gosh, there's just so much. Okay. We have an online school, and if you wanted to if you're not already set up with a program, that would be a really good start to get your foot in the door, to have a schedule, have a program, be able to get weekly feedback. Because this is too big. This is too big. We actually have someone in there.
It's a big job.
We actually
big
have,
job with 2 dogs.
We have someone in there that got 3, and she was like, I know I screwed up, but she has 12 children, a lot of children.
10 children.
10 children.
10 children.
And they divvied up all, we help them, divvy up all the stuff. And, it's possible, but it's hard.
We saw her for 3 months straight, and now she's on her own doing great.
Yeah, she did do a pop-in a few months ago when you weren't here, of course.
Oh, did she?
About something I'll tell you about later, but it's adolescent stuff because you're always going to be hitting those things. But anyway, okay.
I got a fun, easy one.
All right.
Miss Reyes Carey. Help, I have a 5-month-old foster and I can't get him to pee on the puppy pad or outside. Well, I think you should kind of pick between one of the two of them. I'd also look at adding in some boundaries. I'm not necessarily saying you have to crate, but you just have to prevent your puppy from being able free access to areas. So our recommendation is doing like a little schedule, a couple hours in, hour or two out. Right when they come out of the crate, you give them an opportunity to go potty. She already kind of explained that earlier when she was explaining open the door, putting them back in, kind of getting them to settle a little bit. That's all part of your routine to get her out for the potty. If you don't get your potty from your puppy, they come back inside and they go right back inside the crate for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
if they're
5
young,
to 10, 15.
Maybe 15 to 30 if they're a little bit older. But you're basically potty training to say, if you don't go, there isn't a need, there's only a want.
Yeah.
You go back to the crate, 15 minutes later, now there's a need. Now it's like a state of emergency. You take them back out the second time, they're much more likely to go. You can do it a couple times, but if you constantly find yourself putting them back in the crate for 15 minutes, 3 times each time, extend your crate schedule by 45 minutes. You can adjust the length of your schedule. You can adjust the length of your schedule just to help them sleep a little bit longer and create more of that need to go potty. Do you want to add?
Yeah, the
Or you
other
want to talk about the leash?
the other thing, oh no, I wasn't. Well, yeah, you want to.
I didn't go over it, so if
you want to do the leash, you just want to have them on leash. It's just easier that way, so they're not roaming. You can keep them on task. The other thing I was going to say is let's make sure we are monitoring water. Water's not just sitting out all the time. You're giving it. You giveth, you taketh away. And yeah, so no water 3 hours before bedtime unless he does rigorous exercise. Then he can have like a piece of ice or a few licks or something like that.
At night. Bedtime at night, not like daytime
and throughout the day, you're just giving him chances and you can monitor because you'll be like, oh man, you're really thirsty. And then he drinks that much and then he pees every 20 minutes for an hour. That's what we see all the time. And so it helps teach you, what they can handle and what they actually need versus what they think they want, stuff like that. So I would really start to put in the work to get on that type of schedule. You could do this through our online school. You could find it, I'm sure, somewhere out there. There's some PDF available to you where you just have a framework of a schedule to go off of. I mean, when you're potty training, you need to print. It's just like kids. I mean, I didn't print out anything for my kid, but I did keep track of some things where you actually write them down the old fashioned way.
You can track mistakes.
Yeah.
11 p.m., pee, poo,
Yeah.
crate, that type of thing. And you can start catching like patterns.
Yeah.
That's sort of
Exactly. So that's kind of like your starter. So I would work on that if your dog is a little older because you're fostering. Okay. So when the dog is in the house, they need to either be like in playpen covered with puppy pads, or honestly, I probably wouldn't do that because I'm not as big of a playpen advocate as some here. I would tether the dog to me during their free time.
That's what I was curious about too.
And then I would also say just keep an eye on exercise. And some of this, if it's pooping too, sometimes they need more exercise and then they need like a 10, 15 minute break to calm down and then they gotta poo. So just play around with that. You gotta get on a schedule. So I got some good follow-up info here. She says for the double puppies, the litter, or I mean, not litters.
Tassia?
Oh, man, my brain today. Come on, brain. I don't get them until December 20th, right before Christmas. Seriously.
Don't have family come over.
It's just harder. We're teasing you. Sorry. You just made it a little harder on yourself. Not that it was your choice when they were bred, but I've always owned 2 dogs at a time, but never 2 puppies. I'm planning on getting your course. Okay. Here's the thing. The course is for a year. You need to get this course at least a month in advance. Honestly, I'd kind of teeter on now because you've got Thanksgiving coming up. So if you plan on traveling, if you plan on having downtime over Thanksgiving, you want to get the course before then. Or if you're extra busy and you just need extra time. The reason why is there's like 4 20-minute long prep videos. And so then you could watch a few courses to be like, how can I plan on fitting this into my day, with each puppy? And then you can show up for our one-on-one, through Zoom and have, questions even before you get your puppy. So I'm not trying to pimp the course, I swear. No.
We have,
I'm just saying
3 people
that's
recently.
what you should do. That's what you should
3
do.
people recently got the course a week or 2 before they got their dogs. They had their whole set up for success in your home set up
ready
literally by the time the dog came in. And there wasn't 3 days of giving endless affection and ruining them with love.
Yeah.
They already knew what to do from the get-go. Like I see what she's saying. I totally get it. It totally is like a shameless plug. We are selling a little bit, but
there's a lot of benefits.
It absolutely will benefit you in a very strong way.
To get it ahead
it's
of
benefited
time.
other clients already.
Because I'll be honest, and I'm not shaming anyone at all. I swear, but it's quite a bit to get through some of the prep stuff. And sometimes we'll see people, and it's like been 3 weeks, and they just started class 1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta dig into this. You gotta take the momentum and really dig in. But it's like they get a little overwhelmed because they don't get the course until they're struggling, you know? And so they're just trying to find the answer to their problem. So anyway, just something to think about. Okay. Eliza says, hi, I'm getting a puppy very soon as well. A male cockapoo. Oh, cockapoos are so cute, and they can be wild. They're fun. We already have a 14-year-old cockapoo. Oh, so you already know. If you remember, my husband has like dementia when it comes to older dogs.
Me too.
You do. It's like you forget how challenging it was. He's like, when are we going to get another dog? Like when, and I'm like, no, older dog, not a puppy.
I was gonna say you're gonna adopt a 3-year-old. You're not getting a puppy.
Not a puppy for Evie, but he's like, yeah, we could get. I'm like, no, I'm the one who did the training. No. He's like, border collie. I'm like, no. Okay.
Her husband's technically a trainer now.
Yeah, technically, except he has the dementia. He lives in
dementia.
He lives in dreamland.
The PCH, the dementia.
He lives in dreamland. He literally.
Why do you like that?
Literally said shut up. The other day, he was like, Dusty's so good. I really think the next dog should be a border collie. I'm like, do you remember what Dusty was like when he wasn't 12 years old? Okay, sorry. Anyway, we're
old. We don't want difficult dogs anymore.
I know.
We're lab dogs now. No, not really.
Labs are not easy.
No. If you get a brown lab, it's the craziest dog you ever get.
They do not have near as strong a natural pack drive as herding dogs. I have to work 10 times harder in the beginning to get pack drive. I
feel like if I get a hunting one, it's different though. Hunting ones tend to have better pack drive.
That's true. That is true.
But they also tend to need a lot more.
I agree. Well, Herbie has great pack drive, and he needs a lot more. Okay. We both have ADHD today. It's not just him. He's like clinical.
It's like an infection. I infected her with my ADHD.
Yes. I'm like, when in Rome today. So the question is,
I'm still on Tassia's name.
We already have a 14-year-old. What are your top tips for the first time they meet? My first question is always, how is your 14-year-old around other dogs? First of all, is he grouchy? Does he not want his hind end sniffed because he's old? Is he friendly and going to entice play? And then the puppy's going to clobber him and he's going to be mad. Like 14 is old, even for a small dog.
You need really good boundaries for your younger pup, just so he's not always picking on your older dog.
Yeah.
So, it creates it. Sorry. Yeah, go.
No, I was just going to say, I would start with your puppy in crate or behind a fence and just see what your 14-year-old does. And honestly, I would not let them just be unless I had more info for you. Cause I'm thinking about when my little dog was 14 and she still had quite a bit of arthritis and things like that. And so they
require like 20 hours of sleep a day. An old dog, because they hurt, when they're up getting messed with by the puppy, it lowers their quality of life. I mean, what do they do now before the puppy's there? They sleep all day. Getting a puppy does wake up your older dog. It does kind of breathe life into them.
It can.
But you got to make sure you don't let them push it too far. Yeah. The puppy shouldn't be the decider of who it plays with. You guys decide who your puppy plays with and take cues from your 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Really want to advocate for them. So if your puppy is always messing with them, it's our job to have a leash on them, tether them to our hip, have our pouch of food when they're out, and when they don't want to take food anymore, they're done. That's when they need to go back to the crate.
And then at the end of the day, when you're doing that, you just pull them away, if the older dog has had it. And so this is what I'll say though. I hope we're not scaring you or anything, but this is what I will say. When they are, like if you saw the puppy, I don't know how long you've been here, but we were holding a brand spanking new little mushy and so cute. That puppy is not going to hurt the 14-year-old Cockapoo right now, but in a month, 2 months, especially 3 months, it's going to have 10 times more energy. It's going to start getting more hormones. It's going to be bigger, more confident, and it's going to be bouncing. Oh, that's your bad shoulder. Bouncing off of the older dog. And so, yes, there's lots of training you can do. There's blocking techniques. There's what he mentioned. But at the end of the day, how much can your 14-year-old really handle? So that's what you really want to watch.
How much do they want to handle?
How much, physically and mentally, you know, they might get 60 seconds together and you've already got to pull the puppy away because the 14-year-old wants to play, but physically is hurting. And now your other puppy that you've had for a few weeks is bouncing on his back. There's so much to kind of
My dog that passed, Cheyenne, she was 13 when she went, but she played with dogs for 11 and 12. Like both of those years, she stopped playing at 13. She just couldn't handle it anymore. But I could see at 11 years old that when she was a big dog, 80 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds. When she would play with the dog, a puppy, she had about 5 good minutes of play. If we went even a minute over that, it took her about 2 weeks to recover. She couldn't move. She could hardly walk upstairs. That's the arthritis that Bethany's talking about. It doesn't affect them in the moment. It affects them over the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's like an old person breaking a hip. They almost never can heal how they ever did when they're younger. Yeah. So it's about the longevity of the dog. You truly can shorten their longevity through stress and overworking their body.
I mean, we dealt with the same thing with my elderly dog when we got my little girl, when we got her, when we adopted, we didn't adopt her. She's mine. She came out of me. So, I talk about humans like they're dogs all the time and dogs like they're humans.
So uncomfortable.
And switch them all around. So anyway, that's my goal.
I don't want to talk anymore.
That's my goal.
You can end this now.
That's my goal.
That's where babies come from, you know, Sparky.
I know where they come from. I didn't need to know where Bethany's baby came from.
He doesn't like to think about it. It's a thing. Like if you even mention breastfeeding, he gets very uncomfortable. He's weird. It's all right. We torture him. It's fun. So anyway, when it comes to looking at those things, my little dog was curious about her, but then as soon as she started being pushy with her, she wanted to retreat. So we gave her her own space to retreat, and then we had to, have a boundary for my little girl. It's the same for puppies, and that's that we're not trying to scare you or anything, but that's what we try to mention to people all the time because they don't think about it. And then we come into someone's house and we literally see the older dog being like abused by the puppy, and it hurts our hearts. And so I'm not saying that's like where it's going to go. We just want you to be cognizant of really taking your 14-year-old's cues from what your 14-year-old is giving you, and that's going to tell you so much of what you need to know. And then you can come back and ask us questions here, or do the online school, and you'd have us, every week in a little bit more of a detailed way. So, all right, cool. She says, thank you. Very good points. When out and about, he's full of beans. Oh, he sounds so cute. When home, he can still be lively, but he definitely needs
full
downtime.
Of beans. I like that.
I like that
reference.
I love that phrase. My aunt
stealing that.
My aunt says that all the time. I love that phrase.
Full of
it's
beans.
So cute. And my friend, a friend of mine too. She's from New York. It's like more of a Midwest East Coast thing. So it's cool. All right, guys. I'm so sorry, Sam, that we didn't get to your question. Nipping, 12-week-old nipping, grooming, short of just telling you about our online school that goes over all that stuff. You try to correct with a touch and a no, but it riles them up more. It's because you are struggling with having believability. Get a leash on your puppy and start to carry around a treat pouch and mix those two techniques together, okay? And if you come back next week and hit us up earlier, we're on at 1 p.m., 1:04 usually. We will get to you. If you can hop on a little sooner next time, we'll prioritize your question and give you the time it deserves. All right, guys?
Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning into Ask a Puppy Trainer Show.
We hope you found some advice that you can use to help make puppyhood a little easier.
Don't forget to join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram or TikTok at The Puppy Academy.
This is where you can get a chance to ask your burning questions in real time. And if you want even more puppy guidance, visit our website at thepuppyacademy.com for info on joining our online puppy school.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving us a review.
These reviews let more people find us and supports us on our mission to help as many puppy parents as possible around the globe.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.